Alright, so the MAGA kids. I was going to make a video about this yesterday, but I decided not to because I knew that the mainstream media would not let me down. I knew that the video that they were showing was false, just from hearing about the incident when it was first reported on. My roommate showed me the video of what the mainstream liberal media was showing to the world, and it was incorrect, and I knew it was incorrect. I just felt it that it was incorrect. He then scrolled down Facebook and showed me a video of the entire encounter, which showed the elderly Indian man walk up to the group of kids. One kid was standing there, he wasn't backing down, and that man was banging a drum in his face and, doing his Indian thing. These kids were from Covington Catholic High School in Kentucky. They were there for a March for Our Lives march, and I think it's strange that the mainstream media didn't report on that. Nobody really even knew about it until this conflict occurred. So, the actual video, which I have pulled up here on westernjournal.com, I guess the Conservative Tribune made the video, but I'm watching it from westernjournal.com, showed that the black Israelites were also there. I don't even want to get into the black Israelite thing right now. I think those people are mentally disturbed. They have issues. But that's besides the point. One of them was filming the entire encounter. So I'm just going to show that really.
That's right. Here come Gad. Here come Gad.
Now you can see this is the elderly Indian man right here. The person that's filming is a black Israelite. He's off to the side, and this is the Indian man right here. And look what he's doing. This whole group of them.
Look at our Make America Great Again hats. Look at the hats. Look at the hats. We ain't taking. Look, we not taking. Look at Gad. That's right, Gad.
So right there you can see that the group of American Indians were walking up to the kids. The kids were just standing there waiting for a bus to get out of there to go home. And because they were wearing one of these gray hats, the Indian group decided that they wanted to walk up to them and show them that they're wrong and that they shouldn't be there, whatever. The kids were dancing to the drum beat. I mean, anybody dances to a drum beat. That's just, as a human being, you hear a drum beat, you kind of move a little bit, you shake. That's what people do. I'm sure that the kids thought it was a joke. They didn't understand what was happening. They're in high school, so they're, they don't expect any conflict. I mean, there weren't many people there, and it was whatever. So let's continue the video. This guy really going in on that drum. Look, kids dancing. Drum beat, drum beat, drum beat. You're going to tell me you're going to sit there right now and hear this and not start bobbing your head? Come on now. How was that making fun? Stupid.
Look, Gad not playing. He came to the rescue. Our elder right there. Look at it.
Now, this is where people were saying that this kid was filled with hate, or if this kid right here, this is where everybody said the problem is. They said that this kid, because he's not moving, because he's standing his ground, that he's filled with hate and there's all this craziness going on. No. This older guy decided to walk up to the kid with a fucking drum. And the kid said, no, I'm not backing down. I'm just going to stand here. I'm going to do my thing. Good for him. We need more people like that. See, the PC culture is getting to everyone. The school is saying that they might expel this kid right here, and maybe this one here, and possibly some others, because they were being disrespectful and all this. And I think that's completely wrong. But that's what happens when you have an apologist society and you have all this political correctness going on. People don't even know what to do with anything anymore. I mean, everything is racist, and just even the term racist is out of control. Like, nobody can even define it anymore because everything's racist. I mean, a black woman called a black man, or told a black reporter that he had white privilege, and he's black. He was a black man, and she said that he had white privilege. People are just not smart these days. They can't think logically. They can't think for themselves. They would rather have everything told to them. You know, they won't do their own research. So they just come up with these ridiculous ideas. Like Jim Acosta going down to the border and saying, see, it's nice and beautiful and quiet here at the border wall. You know, I don't understand why people want borders. What is wrong with your brain? It's obviously working. That's why. So I'm going to show you what the liberal media showed. I'm on the Daily Mail's website. I had it. I don't know where it went. Yeah, this is it right here. So this is what the liberal media shows. Kentucky high schoolers in MAGA hats mocking Native Americans. This is all they show. This is what they do every time. This is what they do every time. Like, this whole giant group of kids walked up to this man and started harassing him. That's what they made it look like. You go back to this.
That's right. Here come gang.
And you watch this guy walking up. That's actually what happened.
Here come gang.
You know?
Look at our make America great again.
That's all stupid. And I guess this is where the mainstream media said that they were chanting "Build the Wall," but they were doing the Seminole football team chant. I mean, people have been doing that forever. Now all of a sudden it's racist to do that chant. I can't even deal with it. They're saying this kid's being smug, but he's just he was standing there the entire time minding his business, and this man decides that he wants to walk up and agitate him. Speaking of which, this man's name is Nathan Phillips. He has been found in a Skrillex music video that depicted violent attacks on police. He has agitated people in the past at other rallies. But, you know, the mainstream media decides to not share these things. They only share what you just saw. They don't share the entire story. They never do, you know. But it always comes out in the end, you know. The truth always shines through, and that's what happens. So, you know, I have to report on stuff like this because it bothers me so much when things are not correctly reported. And I held in my want to make a video on it because I knew that these kids were fine, that they did nothing wrong, and I knew it. But I wanted to wait until some more evidence came out. There were more videos that I could show. You know, we had a little bit more background on what was going on, and that's what we found. And it's really sad that some of these kids are going to get in trouble for standing up for themselves. It's wrong. It's wrong. And I think that they did a perfect job. We need more kids like that. And I find it interesting that that age group seemed to be more conservative than any of the people in my generation and the generation before mine. So it's great to see that there's some more conservatism going on. So I don't know what else I can say, but you know, they're pushing that narrative. They're continuing to push the race narrative, and you know, people are getting upset. Um, People are being divided, and it shouldn't be like that. And, you know, we should all share this country, but the media is very good at turning people against each other, and it's working. But hopefully, you know, myself and other people, we can report on things the correct way, the way that it really should be shown, and hopefully people can open their eyes a little bit.